for the playing for the break. So it'll be Mcquillan breaking the balls. Of course, he's supervising the rack up. I'd be really interested to see how where Mcquillan breaks from. The youngsters watching, this is the sort of play to watch. So he's breaking from close to the centre spot, but just off. Looks like he struck the centre ball. Lots of reaction. And he's hit them so fast it's hard to see it. There seems to be a red missing. Of course, unless it's hiding. All the yellows are there. I can see all the yellows. And if no, the red has appeared. So great break, but a dry break, which he wouldn't be happy with, because all that good work has all been done for his opponent to have a go at taking the first frame. So he's taken the reds. Mcquillan trying to take first blood here in this big match. I'm sure everybody would love to have a crack at Mcquillan, but right at the moment in the world of pool, if you want to measure yourself, Mcquillan's the man. But of course there's lots of other great players going around, and champions, I won't say come along every day. Nice and steady, Dave Mcquillan from Ireland. So at the moment Mcquillan can only watch. It's a lovely controlled run through. Looking to put that red in the opposite bottom pocket. So he needs to come back in half-housing. I think he would have liked a bit more angle. He might have the angle, it's hard to tell from the side, where he can plant the red into that bottom right hand pocket and run across to the other side of the red and bring it back into the same pocket. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. No, obviously no sign of nerves. David's been around a long time. And he's obviously hitting them exceptionally well this year. To be knocking on the door of the quarterfinals at the World Championships. Wow, that black must fit through those two yellows. That's a great first frame for Dave Mcquillan of Ireland, who takes first blood against Mcquillan of England. David 1, Mcquillan 0. I'm sure he's been dreaming about a start like that against Mcquillan, but of course one frame should give him lots of confidence. Yes, the balls were there to be potted, but to actually do it under the pressure of knowing that the opponent to come in is a four-time world champion, one and only, to win 4 times, adds a little bit of pressure in itself. And of course David's got the break as well, because that last frame transpired from Mcquillan breaking, massive break, but not potting a ball. Let's see what David can do from the break. He seemed to have a more reserved break, but he's got a result. He's got a result with a ball, with a elimination of each. Seems to be the way sometimes, where you can just strike the pack. Where it just seems to be all in the timing. And those balls just reacted, where they've all just about finished up near cushions. But 2 balls potted. And Dave's got the opportunity to press on, because those reds are all open. Ooh, that wobbled. He's got this red in the middle pocket here, middle left pocket. And then if he plays that well, it sets the scene for clearing the rest. He's in control here. Probably take this red, which is although he may leave this red for the position on the black. Come round nicely to take whichever ball he prefers. Looks like the one to go to the top right hand pocket. Steadily off the cushion. Now expect he'll take that red top left hand pocket. How did he do that? What was he thinking? There's probably several different ways he could have played that, and I'm sure if he had his time again with that shot, he would certainly find a way. Now the score is not correct on screen at the moment. It should be reading David Mcquillan 1-0. But now he's snookered himself. Snookered himself on that red. Will he try and get out of it, or will he try and play tight? He knows that playing tight against Mcquillan won't mean too much. He's certainly taking plenty of time. There is a referee on this match, so he's only got 60 seconds in total. Seems an eternity that he's taken here. Must be getting really close. I'm sure he's going to have a crack at trying to get this red. Right, and that's 2 shots away to Mcquillan. Now let's just sit back and relax and put the stopwatch on and see how quickly Mick can clear these 8 balls. 7 yellows and the black. That was a great opportunity for David to go 2-0 up. I'm sure that shot will come up, will haunt him for a little while. But the idea with those shots is just to put them behind you, concentrate on the next shot. Easier said than done, but life goes on, and you live to enjoy another frame of pool. So we tried to come back and so he's still got 2 shots, so he's going to look. Still got 2 shots for these last 3 balls. Just like a walk in the park for him. Put that stun back. Put the yellow in the bottom left and the black will go in the middle. So Mcquillan, he misses. He needs 2 shots on the black. A little bit of humanity coming out there. So that's 1 frame all. Mcquillan 1 and Dave Mcquillan 1. So we won't mention that frame anymore for David. Let's let him get on. But to rub salt in the sore wounds. Now Mcquillan gets to break again. Let's see what sort of break he comes up with this time. Everything's flying everywhere. One consolation for Dave Mcquillan is that Mick's not potting off the break. Or is there a red missing? The balls are flying so fast you don't even see them going in. And he's taking yellows. So he potted a red, nominated yellows. There's a little bit of negotiating to do for these yellows down the right side of the table. That's a ball that potted that it appeared that it wouldn't pot. But obviously there was space, because Mcquillan made sure it potted. nice pot, controlled, and now they all look very potable. Yellow to bottom left, yellow to middle left, yellow to top right, yellow to top left, and black in the same pocket. And he will look like he rushed the previous shot. So that's Mcquillan of England, an elementary frame, going 2-1 off the break. And David Mcquillan now gets a chance to make amends. So it's going to be David Mcquillan's break. Let's see if he can repeat that last break, but go one step further and pot the very last red and black. So, now it's David. David's turn for a dry break. And Mick's back at the table. Mick's thinking a little bit longer than normal. So he's going to run that yellow to the left hand pocket, screw back for the yellow into the middle, no, gone straight past that and ignored that ball. It's a different yellow ball into the middle than I thought. It gives him position on this yellow to the bottom right. You've got to come out slightly so you can take the yellow to the bottom left. Hope you're enjoying this, viewers, wherever you're watching around the world. Got Mcquillan in action at the moment, 4 times world champion, and in some scintillating form. And hopefully around the UK there's lots of young players, aspiring players watching Mick. Just watch his technique. Some of the shots that he plays might be a little bit advanced, but still nice to watch. You can start thinking about how to play them in the future. That's just a gentle, and yet a lot of it is just basic. Hot in position with good control of the white ball. And that's as easy as you like, and Mcquillan takes a 3-1 lead against David Mcquillan of Ireland in this men's singles match of the last 16, playing for a shot in the quarterfinals of the 2018 World Championships. These World Championships started yesterday, and this year we've changed the format around a little bit. We're playing the singles, men's singles first. And then the team events will start on the weekend and take us through to the end. So that's another lovely break with the balls going down all over the place. But white's disappeared as well. red ball potted. So reds are potted. I'd say that you'll nominate red, probably take that red to the top right, and then the rest are all very pottable. Whereas with the yellows there's a couple to negotiate near the cushion. We'll see which way he wants to go. It looks like he prefers yellows. No, he has taken the red that I mentioned first. Taking a bit of extra time, obviously trying to work out a few advanced positions. We're planning the whole frame. Just going to take that in the middle and just come round and round the other side to put the red in the top left. He's got certainly doesn't leave any stone unturned. Appears to be that's interesting. He's apologised for not going it off. He's got still got great position to pot this red into the middle and follow through, starting across to bring the red across to the bottom left, and then kick off the cushion. For his position on black. Whoops. It's very close position on black. That's certainly still there. And Mcquillan, as easy as you like, races to a 4-1 lead against David Mcquillan of Ireland.
I love his expression.
And he can't believe how he did it. Yeah. Obviously it wasn't quite the way he had set out to do it, but still fell into place. If I was trying to do it, things would have gone wrong. But I think the issue for Dave Mcquillan now is that it's Mcquillan's break again. No, it's Dave's break, it's the odds. So he's got to keep his composure, not think about that one that got away, where he could have been 2-0 up. See if he can turn one of these breaks into clearances. There's one red disappeared. All the yellows are up. And the reds look good apart from one which is close to the yellow and the white ball there. He'll probably take this red over the bottom pocket and then try and start navigating his way around the table to clear the rest, but he's got to think about what he's going to do with this red close to the yellow. He may decide to just come out now and try and put that red back into the middle pocket if he screws back off the red in the bottom right. I don't think it's possible to it on now, because he may hit the yellow first if he tries to take it on to the top left. But he's obviously thinking hard, because he'd love to have a clearance here. Because the only way you're going to beat Mcquillan is if you can keep him away from the table. I don't think that was planned. Sometimes you can overthink things. He's obviously nominated yellows and looked for a plant to the middle. And he's potting lefty. And he did pot really well in those first couple of frames. So it looks like Dave's still got control of the table. It's a bit hard to tell when you've got the high camera and they're away from the table. You can't even see their hands. Sometimes you can tell the player by their hands. So this is the last.
Not sure about that.
Yeah, so that is Mcquillan still at the table. So he's got control of that bottom right hand pocket now. He probably had frame if it had gone in, but at least it makes it interesting. David gets a chance to battle this frame out. Got all those reds clustered. Oh, this will be interesting to watch a tactical game between. Let's see if he may be able to pot that yellow straight away, which I imagine if it's potable, he might take it. Don't imagine Mcquillan playing too many tactical games. I've been happy to just promote that ball, leave the white up against the rail. And say, I've got the lead, come and catch me. So we're watching the 2018 World 8-Ball Pool Federation Championships, coming to you from the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool, England. That was a nice pot, taking that red into the middle. But lots of work to do for Dave, and now even for Mcquillan, where that yellow and red have finished close together. It'll take some negotiating to work those yellows into a potable situation. So straight away he's going to promote that yellow that's tied up. Just nudge it towards the middle pocket. And let David think about what he's going to do with those. He's going to obviously leave those two reds covering the yellow, but at some stage something's got to give. Try and make it harder by putting him closer, I suspect. Now I wonder if they've agreed that that's a fair shot, because obviously a object ball or cue ball needs to touch a cushion. I didn't see anybody indicate that it was a foul. considering a deliberate foul, or is he? To try and speed up the game. Thinking about it, but not this time. So David, who's trailing 1-4 here, trying to see what he can salvage out of this frame, which has turned into a bit of a tactical frame, and maybe the opponents probably hope that they've got a slightly better chance at this type of game than a shootout with Mcquillan. But we'll see. So this year, as mentioned, we've changed the format of these championships. We've started off with the men's singles, which so far to me appears to have worked really well. The men have gotten off and played off a lot of good pool and frames, and we're already down to the last 16. And it's allowed some of the team members come a lot later in the championships, which makes it a lot more cost efficient for everybody. Now David's pensive. See what he can do to keep control of this frame, because you'd have to say at the moment that he's got some control of this frame with that yellow covering those two reds at the top right hand corner of the table. Sorry, Mcquillan's got control, because Mcquillan's got the yellow over the pocket. I quite often get confused when I'm watching this sort of a match. And I just promoted that yellow off the cushion. I've been given the privilege of company of the tournament director in the commentary box. Benton and all of his crew do a great job in putting on these championships. Of course, it's the English Pool Association and the tournament committee that have been doing it ever since inception, overseen and sanctioned by the World 8 Ball Pool Federation. A bit of cat and mouse being played here. Everyone's trying to position their balls and get into a situation where they can escape and follow their balls and find the black and pot it. But more tactics to be played. We've got another pocket covered. So if Dave can cover this one, it can kind of equalise the frame out. Be interesting to listen to Mick's comments and what he feels about playing a frame of this nature, being such an attacking player that he is. decided to play that yellow out so that it's not being covered by that red anymore. Because where all his yellows are at the moment, he probably feels that they're all pottable. Now that that yellow is out as well. And the advantage goes slightly back with him because he has that pocket at the top right hand corner of the table covering those two reds. Good to get a close shot of those three balls to see. I'd imagine that if there isn't any opportunity, no, it's well and truly in there. Those reds are not going to take that yellow out of there. The only thing that will take that yellow out of there is either a foul or Mcquillan potting it. So David having a long pensive look. So wherever you're watching around the world, hope you're enjoying. This is one of the few tactical frames that you're going to see in this match between Mcquillan and Dave Mcquillan. Both normally fairly attacking players. So it's a good one to watch if you're trying to learn the tactics of the game. Not that you'd like to play these frames all the time, but every so often you'll get an opponent that puts you under these situations, and it's good to know what the more advantageous shot is. Because I find myself, if I'm playing competitive pool, that I'll play in a particular way, and then once I've lost the frame, everyone's telling me how I should have played, because I, more often than not, don't play the right tactical shots. Because you can get caught between what's the right thing to play from an attacking point of view, from a tactical point of view, or what's the best percentage shot to play for the team point of view. So I'd say something's going to give soon, because all those yellows are now appearing pottable. And from here it looks like Mick can actually fit between those two reds to pot the yellow down the top right hand pocket as well. But some players at the lower levels will wait until they've got two shots before, in Mcquillan's position, would wait until they have two shots before they pot that ball covering that pocket, when they're just about sure that they're going to pot out. I'd be interested to see how Mcquillan plays this match, this frame. And David's still looking to see if there's a way that that red comes out, or we've got a good view of those balls, and you would think that there's no way that those reds are going to move that yellow out of that pocket. It's just a question of, I guess, if you could hit the red on the top, on the left, on the right cushion, with the right angle, you may be able to pull it out, but I think it'd still pot the yellow. But there's clearly enough room for Mcquillan to pot that yellow when he wants to. So what's David got in mind? Dave Mcquillan of Ireland trailing 1-4 against Mcquillan of England, 4 times world champion. So they're certainly not wanting to give an inch. Both players showing lots of patience, trying to manoeuvre their balls to a position where they that's a great shot. And this is where the people that really know their tactics go. But you would have expected that yellow to go in. It's probably one of the few chances that David would have of winning this frame, if he could have potted that yellow and black stays on the reds. Then all of a sudden he takes command, and it would be one of the truly beneficial deliberate fouls. As it turns out now, Mcquillan's got 2 shots, but he's still got command of that pocket in that top right hand corner. But he still has the dilemma though that if somehow he cannons into that pack and pots the yellow, then the black's going to be jammed in, and all of a sudden his opponent takes advantage. These are all the scenarios that you have to assess, and all of a sudden a simple game of pool, which is predominantly about potting, can become a little complex. So we're watching the defending champion, Mcquillan, playing one of his uncustomary tactical games, and he's played that beautifully. That's the way to play that. I'll have to remember that. Hope everybody was watching. He's played another yellow onto the black, potted the yellow, his yellow, and also brought the black out at the same time. And now of course he's going to proceed to try and pot his yellows, which I think is highly unlikely that he's going to miss. So he's going to take this yellow closest to the cue ball to the bottom left. He wants to take the ball to the top left and leave this last yellow bottom right hand pocket for the position ball onto the black. So Mcquillan to line up the black to take a commanding lead in this match. Mcquillan, after a titanic tactical battle with David Mcquillan, takes a commanding 5-1 lead in this match for the quarterfinals. It's the last 16, and the winner goes through to the quarterfinals of the 2018 World 8 Ball Pool Federation World Championships in this men's singles event. And of course we're streaming to you live from the Imperial Hotel here in England. It looks like some reds disappeared, unless they're hiding. No, the reds disappeared. And yellows are all accounted for. So Mcquillan leads 5-1 in a race to 8 in this match. We're playing for a spot in the quarterfinals. Taking considerable time to work out his strategy for clearing every ball, I think. He seems to take that extra time at some stage in the frame, and then it should flow from here once the plan's in place. This red down to the bottom right hand pocket, come out for the other red into the bottom right hand pocket if that had dropped. So he's just missed that pot, not too much damage done, but at least David gets a go here. All the yellows are potable, but it's very difficult. Got those 2 yellows on the left hand cushion, which you can plant one into the other to play down the rail, but everything needs to go right. He may take that on now because even if it doesn't go, he may leave that pocket covered. Even though I read that far away from the pocket, I wouldn't say it's covered with Mcquillan because there's plenty of room for position. So he's really want to be aiming for a pot here. It's a good effort, but not quite good enough to go in. So Mick's back at the table. I'll either run this red back behind this yellow or over, or look for the plant on the red to now the red on the left hand, bottom left hand pocket. Been successful, but I don't think that's the lie that he wanted to leave on the red. But probably not too much damage done because he's got a red into the middle. I think that might be one of the first misses I've seen from Mcquillan, where he's gone for a pot this evening. So it gives David a little bit of a reprieve, and if he can disturb that black somehow, he's got a chance at a pot out here. Just dropped his concentration somehow. It's not the sort of ball that you'd see him miss very often. When you're playing a play like Mcquillan, the pressure just builds. So he played that nicely if it had potted. Promoted that red ball, which was tied up gives David a chance now, because the black's been disturbed for him. So sometimes you play a bad shot and you still get another chance, even against a player like Mcquillan. It looks like he's going to take that yellow closest to the cue ball into this bottom left hand corner, and then I suspect run down the yellow which is on the cushion on the left rail. Slowly run that down. He didn't seem to be too disturbed if that didn't pot. He's assuming that Mick won't pot out, that he'll hoping that Mick won't pot out, and he'll get a chance to run that yellow counter it into the balls over the pocket. Probably pot this and come across on this other red, and it's stopped. Not perfectly, but giving him a chance to put that across to the right hand pocket. He would have liked that a lot straighter. So he's going to abandon that shot, and he's just going to take that red in the middle and try and come back at a better angle. And this time he gets it right. I'll put this in the bottom right hand pocket and run through for the black. I think he's got a grin on his face, but I reckon I'd be grinning too if I was playing like that. But no, he's full of concentration. He's just missed. Yes, that was a miss, Mick. Now let's see if David can make something of this. No, it's not quite. Just not quite. Can't tell if it doubles back past the black. The idea was great, to nudge that yellow towards the middle pocket. Leave himself a long pot down the rail, which is not unreasonable on these tables. If you play it right, though, the pocket will take it. Just giving it every chance. That's a lovely shot. And Dave Mcquillan gets a frame back against Mcquillan. He's trailing 2 frames to 5 in this best of 15 match for a spot in the quarterfinals here at the World Championships for 2018. Mcquillan 5, David Mcquillan of Ireland 2. And it's Dave Mcquillan racking up the balls. So hopefully he can take a little bit of confidence into this break and keep the score ticking over. It's a nice break off the stick. I haven't seen any balls potted. Red missing, maybe the red under the sign. Yes, all the reds are present. Yellows are all present, so it's a dry break. Mcquillan to bat next. we saw Mick miss one of the couple of rare shots in that last frame, particularly the black. So he's taken reds. He's probably going to take this red down the rail to the bottom left. I wonder if he's going to screw back to try and disturb that red that's covered. No, not quite. Might take he's got that red to the middle, which is what he's looking at. Middle left. And he's disturbed that. That red's promoted very nicely there. Now I'll be looking to disturb that last red that's tied up with the yellow by potting. No, just been happy to run that in. And maybe the angle is here where he's just gently disturbed it. That's perfect. Sometimes he just seems to, he virtually does just caress the balls. The timing is perfect, and the white seems to run at the perfect speed and length that he wants it to, where he wants it to finish. And in a twinkling of an eye, he's on the black already. I gather this black is potable in the middle. And that's exactly where it's gone this time. That was the pocket where he missed in the last frame. I think he's pleased about that. And of course he's jumped to a 6-2 lead now. Mcquillan of England 6, David Mcquillan of Ireland 2 in the 2018 World 8 Ball Pool Federation World Championships men's singles. These World Championships will go on to the 29th of June. There'll be all the different categories of teams arriving on the weekend, if they're not already here, of the men's, women's, under 23s, over 50s, juniors, wheelchair. And that's another big break. Yellows, a yellow missing. No, all present. Red's all present, dry break. All balls off the cushion. Red ball potted. So this would be Mcquillan, because we're on the evens. He's leading 6-2. That's not Mcquillan. That's Dave Mcquillan. So this is a nice break for Dave. He can take this red and go around for those two reds in the right of the table. The trick is the black. He may even try to disturb the black with this shot. The angle wasn't quite there. So it's going to be interesting how he's going to negotiate this, because he's quite easy to negotiate the two reds, but to get on that last red and at the same time break out the black, he may just leave himself a double on the black. Himself in line to be able to pot that red in the top right hand pocket after he pots this. screw back, nudge the black, and work off the cushion to take that last red. But I think we'll leave it up to Dave and see how he decides to play it. He's decided on a totally different strategy. He's going to take that lonely red at that end of the table first. That's quite a good shot. It's a great shot. Powerful shot. Got around the table without touching any yellows. And now he can negotiate a position where he, with his last red, he nudges the black. That's the way he wants to go. Well, that, if you get close enough, that black possibly even goes into the middle. He's happy to leave a double on. Just be a nice double into the left-hand middle pocket. Well done, David Mcquillan. Picks up another frame, and he trails 3 frames to 6 against Mcquillan of England in this match to try and proceed to the quarterfinals of the men's singles here at the Imperial Hotel in Blackpool. And it's Dave Mcquillan diligently setting up the balls for himself, hopefully using with confidence now, and would love to do it again at 3-6. The score's 3-6. And it sounded like looks like yellows must be missing. So Dave's on the yellow balls. So all the yellows must be off the cushions unless there are some hiding under the sign. Come round for that yellow and take the yellow into the bottom right hand pocket or the middle, yellow to the top right. We haven't been able to see if there's any other yellow balls underneath this sign. If there's not, these last 3 balls are, yes there is, but it's over the pocket. Surprise. So all these balls are very puttable. So Dave can nudge a little bit closer with the score. It's nicely done. His last yellow, looking where he wants to land, so he gets a nice shot on the black into the middle pocket. And Mcquillan has to watch for a change. painful. So close yet so far. It could have been 4-6. Instead, all reds are potable for Mcquillan. These frames hurt. Mcquillan now lines up to see if he can just take an even more commanding lead. As you can see, that's the correct score there now. Mcquillan's 6 and David Mcquillan is 3. We'll see whether he takes that. Probably take that. He's going to take that red top right hand pocket. Come around for these two balls in the middle. So he's got this last red on the cushion, which he may want to run through now by putting this red into the bottom left hand pocket. Through. No, he's happy to clean up that last red in the middle of the table and run through and give himself position on this last red, which has got perfect angle to get onto the black. That's nicely done. And of course the black is into the middle pocket, and Mcquillan of England takes the lead 7-3 against David Mcquillan of Ireland. So he stretches out to be 4 frames in front and only 1 frame away from a spot in the quarterfinals once again. It's Mcquillan to break. Will David Mcquillan get another shot? Reds are down. I think I saw 2 reds go down. Maybe even 3 reds went down. I can only see 4 reds on the table. He may even nominate yellows. That's the way he's going. Yellow's potted by Mcquillan. Yeah, so he's just looking that he's just got to disturb that yellow next to the red to complete the break. Also got that yellow on the cushion. Now it's close enough to the pocket to go in comfortably. And that's nicely broken up. And I think Mick should be able to negotiate this pot out here. Although, yeah, this is going to be Cannon. Looks like he wasn't too perturbed about where those balls went. It seems like that's played in the attitude that wherever you finish up, I'll find you and pot you. So he's left this angled pot into the middle. Now it gets interesting. There's a ball that needs to be potted in the bottom right hand corner. Just going to take that yellow first closest to the cushion. absolutely beautifully. That is a shot of a world champion. But now he's looking for his next trick. He may try a T-cushion double. Doubling it back onto the cushion where he's lying his cue, and then into the right hand middle pocket. But the white would be flying around if he plays that shot. Certainly having a good look at this shot, trying to make it count. He'd like to wrap it up in this frame. This is a race to 8 for a spot in the quarterfinals. Hope you've enjoyed this match. It's still not over, wherever you might be watching around the world. This streaming is coming to you courtesy of the World 8 Ball Pool Federation and its streaming team. Yvonne Armitage doing a wonderful job. Lovely picture. And it's going close. And the black was on as well. He gave it every chance. So, David Mcquillan gets a chance to stay in this match. Does he go for it now, or does he play defensive? This is Joe Fanto coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool, commentating the 2018 World 8 Ball Pool Federation World Championships. It's the men's singles event which we've been running first this year, which has been a change. We're watching Mick Hill of England and David Mcquillan of Ireland. And Dave Mcquillan at the table at the moment, playing to try and stay in the match. Don't think he helped his cause there. He's enabled Mick Hill to hit this yellow. Now whether he can pot it, whether there's enough room to pot it, I'm not sure. He may be able to play a little bit of swerve to. No, looks like he can hit it direct. Dave might have missed totally. Oh. That may have been what he was playing for. So Dave gets another chance. Does he take this close red to the bottom left? Or the red into the middle, and then that gets the opportunity to put that red which is on the top rail. That's the way he's going. It's a nicely controlled shot. He's gotten nice and close, which is reduced the degree of difficulty. Joe's left himself to take this second to last red into the bottom right, and should come out to play that last red into the top right hand corner. position thereabouts to put the black at its bottom right hand corner. Well done, Dave Mcquillan. He gets another frame back against Mick Hill, and Mick Hill still leads the match 7 frames to 4 against David Mcquillan. The last 16 singles of these World 8-Ball Pool Federation World Championships coming to you from the Imperial Hotel here in Blackpool. We've got lots of events coming up between now and the 29th of January. There'll be on the weekend we start the men's team events, women's team events, under 23s, over 50s, wheelchair, juniors, all playing team events, trying to win a world championship crown for their country. But of course the important thing is that everyone is competing and enjoying the camaraderie of playing each other and wearing their country's colours. At the sport that they love to and enjoy to play throughout the year. Ooh. Opportunities lost. So Mcquillan gets to come back at the table, and he's looking to win this 8th frame. He just needs one more frame to be through to the last 8. And Mcquillan is trying to win his 5th World Championship. The only player to win 4 World Championships at these World 8-Ball Pool Federation events. The only men's player. Yes, I believe Sue Thompson has certainly achieved that feat. Which way is he going to go? Take the red in the bottom left hand pocket. And hope that he finishes on that yellow for the red into the middle. It's a nice shot. So now got that red into the middle pocket, middle right pocket. And this red, that'll go into the bottom right hand pocket. Mcquillan very pensive, confident that this last frame is going to come. But you still have to make it happen. David won't just hand it over. He'll be trying right up until that black is potted, prevent Mcquillan from progressing to the quarterfinals. Certainly overplayed that red, played that very firm, it just ran straight through and off the cushion and out. was a bit of a lackadaisical shot there. He seemed to, obviously it was about what he was trying to do with the white ball. So Dave Mcquillan, does he get the opportunity here to still stay in the match even longer and build a little bit more pressure every frame that he wins? Does Mcquillan feel pressure? I'm sure we all do. It's just a case of where's the point for each of us. So he's going to play this red into the bottom right hand pocket. He's on yellows, so he must have been snookered, and hence being a snooker he was able to just play into that yellow, and the rule about a ball having to touch a cushion is relaxed when you're playing out of a snooker. Mcquillan should be able to go out here. Just be interested to see how he does it. He's just going to sneak up and play tight. I think he's left David on a potable yellow here. That yellow looks like it goes into the bottom left hand pocket. Will he take it on? This is the last 16 for a spot in the quarterfinals this match. The score sitting at Mcquillan 7, David Mcquillan 4. David Mcquillan of Ireland doing really well to make the last 16. He's taking his time here. He's obviously he's trying to stay into this match as long as possible, working out whether he can take it on. But if you don't take it on, then what safety do you look for? Quite often the best form of defence is attack. And this might be one of those occasions. That's a nice shot. That certainly bought him some more time. It's a lovely shot. Mick's trying to work out what strategy he's going to use for that red. It's now being covered by that yellow. So, does he take that red into the middle pocket. Make his thing a little bit more advanced than that. He's got that red close to the yellow in the middle of the table. Well, he wants to maybe promote that and just send the white and set it up against the cushion at the top end of screen. But then he's also you'd have to say that the way that these balls are set up now, David's got a really good chance. So he's had a crack at squeezing that red past that yellow. So here's another opportunity for David Mcquillan to stay in this match. It's not easy, but it's not easy to win a world championship. You have to fight through these situations and come out the other side and beat opponents like Mcquillan if you're going to be a new world champion. So he's taken that on, he's come back out nicely. He's going to take that yellow into the middle pocket and just stun back. Take it slow and take the yellow in the middle of the table into the opposite middle pocket. Whoops, I think he's lost the white. I think he wanted to hit that red thicker so that the white didn't run that far. So now he's going to play seesaw. If he puts that yellow into the middle pocket, he's going to lose the white. And maybe even be so he's got plan B. Might have to try and play a defensive shot on that yellow, which is on the left cushion, to just bounce it and leave the white there. But no, he's got other thoughts. He's going to take on that yellow into the middle pocket. He stopped on the red. So he's now going to if that yellow slides off the red into the right middle. He may just try and run this yellow top left hand pocket and then fine cut on that yellow into the right middle. He's tried to force it. Certainly had a go. Now it's Mcquillan's turn to have a go. And of course, we know that Mcquillan is now having a go for the match to proceed to the quarterfinals of the World Championships 2018 and try and win number 5 title, which is amazing to win 4. He's the only man to win the men's event 4 times. As if everything is going to plan here, unless he's missed position, which it doesn't look like he has. Looks like that red goes in the middle, the other red goes in the middle, and the black goes in the top left hand pocket. And it's going to look as easy as pie, as easy as that. A little stun, and the black into the top left hand pocket for a spot in the quarterfinals to Mcquillan, the defending world champion of England, who's defeated David Mcquillan of Ireland 8 frames to 4. Hope you've all enjoyed that, viewers, from wherever you're watching around the world. It was a very skillful match. There was a few blemishes for Mcquillan, a bit uncharacteristic. He had a really long frame to endure, which we rarely see, but very enjoyable to watch all the different facets 12-year-old Dave Mcquillan. He had a chance in the early stages to go 2-0 up, but unfortunately wasn't able to capitalise, and Mcquillan was able to come back at him and overtake him, and pretty much stayed in control throughout the match. But there were moments for David Mcquillan as well, so well done to David Mcquillan to make this stage, the last 16. It's no mean feat for anybody to make the last 16 at the World Championships, but congratulations to Mcquillan, and we wish him well in his course to defend his title. That's it from me for now, and stay tuned for the next match on the World 8-Ball Pool Federation World Championships 2018.